Sun shining down on me, earth singing praise. I'd like to have a good day. Wave. God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. Mm-hmm. 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 Na 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 na. Bum bum bum. All other crowd is sinking sand, so I'm standing on the standing on the standing on the rock, 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 rock. I'm standing on the rock. I'm standing on the. Not yet. Colorado Boulder, Army full of soldiers, faith in Jesus. Okay, it's 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna get started right at 8 o'clock. And oops. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock. I'm gonna get started. This live will be posted to my page, so you can go back and rewatch it. You can share it to people. But I am going to be going over our Tranont Travel. So not like 4 or 5 days ago, but the weekend before, I was in Vegas for our Tranont Leadership Academy, it's called, and we launched 2 really new big things: NAD Plus, which is a physical product. By the way, if you're hopping on, just say hi in the comments. Comment where your dream destination travel vacation would be. If you could pick one place on the whole globe, where would it be? Put that in the comments. Whether you're watching on the replay or watching live, put that in the comments. If you're watching on the replay, just put hashtag replay in the comments. That helps get it seen more too. But lots and lots of people are asking about Tranont Travel. So I think the best way is just to do these presentations. People can show up, rewatch them, whatever. So we launched 2 things. We launched the NAD Plus, which is a physical product that is for whole cellular health, all right, whole body health, mitochondrial health. Then we launched this digital product, and we knew a digital product was coming, but we had no idea what it was going to be. And it ended up being Tranont Travel. And at first I was just kind of like, okay, I'm going to be a travel agent now, I guess. But when they described why they added it, it made so much sense. So we're a health, wealth, and community company. We started out as a wealth and finance company. We added in the health piece when the people in our company were preparing, retirement, helping people prepare for retirement, and they weren't making it to retirement, or they were too sick to enjoy retirement. The average lifespan in America has gone down. And it shouldn't be, right? Because we have the most technology, everything at our fingertips. It shouldn't be that way. But a big piece of that is the stress we live under. It's a different kind of stress. It's a lot of stress that we kind of put on ourselves in a way. We're not having to like forage for food and run from wild animals to save our life, but we have a different kind of stress, but it really is getting taxing on our bodies. And so they added in the health piece, and then the community pillar piece is all about how we can serve our community, how we can build connections, how we can create lasting relationships and really nurture them. And health and travel really are closely connected. If you look at a lot of people, especially getting close to retirement age, that are traveling fairly often, they're usually pretty healthy because they're able to travel. But also traveling is a big part of our health. We have to take care of our health. We have to de-stress. We cannot go 1,000 miles a minute 24/7. And so they wanted to add this in. Now, some people have said, well, I never travel. I don't really go on vacation very often. If we do, it's maybe up north in Wisconsin, or it's just a go visit family once a year. That's totally fine. This is not like a travel agency company where you're just going to be booking, luxurious 5 to 7 night stays, all inclusive, those types of things. This is going to be a complete, and I'll get to that in the presentation, but we're talking about parents who travel for club sports. You travel for business. You travel a couple times a year to a hotel to see family, maybe a wedding. It's going to really be for everyone, and you cannot lose money on this. You really can't. So, our Tranont Travel is a wholesale travel pricing. We have exclusive perks. And at the end of the year, you're going to see that you will get a free vacation voucher. All right. So, oops. Let's do this. Okay. I need to put you on. Oh, wait, here we go. Okay. So, what is Tranont Travel? Tranont Travel is going to give you discounts up to 65%. And they are noticing that even in places like New York City, people have gotten up to 90% off of their hotel. But there's over 850,000 places worldwide that you can stay and get this discount on hotels, condos, car rentals, etc. So there's a one-time activation fee, not a once-a-year activation fee, a one-time activation fee of $99, okay? One time, lifetime fee. There is a low monthly membership, but you're going to see how that monthly membership is actually going to just earn you money back. You're not going to be out anything. And unlimited savings on hotels, cruises, condos, rental cars, and more. All right. So, as I said before, 850,000 hotels up to 65%. Condos starting at $250 United States dollars a week. Here's a big one. No blackout dates. A lot of places like big name booking companies, one starts with an E, and it's a big one, X, and I won't say the rest because we're not trying to compete, all right? We do want to be respectful, but that one, another big one, starts with a P, major booking sites, we are beating them out 99.9% of the time, all right? So, but a lot of those places will have blackout dates. There are no blackout dates with Tranont Travel. You get excursion credits on cruises, and you get them on the cruise you book. So a lot of cruises that work with other companies, they will give you excursion credits, but they can only be used on the next time you book a cruise, right? So you actually have to book again to use it. Not with this program. You're able to use it on that cruise that you book. Annual membership, loyalty-free trip at the end of the year. You save money on car rentals too. The annual membership loyalty-free trip, and you can choose from over 3,000 destinations. So this is what this is. After 12 months of being in the program, you pay 12 months of your membership. You're going to pay either $65 or $75, depending if you are an associate or a customer with Tranont. We did the math. $65 a month times 12 months comes to $780. You put $780 down in cash to be a member of this exclusive club. At the end of 12 months, regardless if you booked one hotel or not, you didn't book one hotel in 12 months. You are still going to get, for being a member for the year, a $1,500 to $2,000 vacation voucher to use on one of 3,000 worldwide destinations that we have listed. This can be used over an 18 to 24 month period. And so here's the deal. You spend $780, you don't book one hotel, you don't save any money, you didn't travel anywhere. You're still going to get a $1,500 to $2,000 credit. So a minimum of $720 back in a vacation voucher. I live in Wisconsin. Guys, this could be a weekend away at the Dells with your family, or a girls' weekend with, there's a lot of possibilities. There's over 850,000 places you can pick from. You're going to find somewhere. You pay in the currency of your company. We are worldwide. So you pay in that currency, available in over 80 languages and 100 currencies. We have a 24/7 customer white glove service, and a portion of all monthly memberships donated go back to our Lift Where You Live initiative. And that is a program that our company has that gives volunteer service to communities. We've done things like drives for pregnancy counseling centers, foster care systems, building homes in different countries where maybe there, was a worldwide or a weather devastation, hurricane, whatever. Right now, we are giving a certain portion of money to the flood victims that were still devastated a couple months ago in Texas. So we are always doing something in this company for the community and to give forward. Okay, so. But Sarah, I don't travel. I don't go anywhere. I don't like to fly on a plane. We don't really travel. We just can't afford to travel. No problem. This is, again, not an exclusive travel, like all inclusive resort to Mexico, Bora Bora, whatever. This is for sports parents. Okay. Do you do summer travel baseball? Are your kids in club volleyball? I know my sister-in-law and their daughter is in a very elite volleyball club. They go across the country. They've been to Las Vegas for nationals. They've been to Texas. This is all money out of your pocket on top of the money that you're spending to be in these clubs. Now, yes, a lot of these places that you go to, for my company too, when we get a hotel somewhere, they will give us a blocked room rate. So we're saving, but you can save more with this membership. So you can save on top of your blocked room membership. Tournaments, club basketball, hockey. I don't know if you know any hockey people, but I know hockey parents are gone like almost every weekend over winter using hotels. Dance, whatever it is. These people travel a lot. Summer baseball, I have a friend that almost every weekend they are traveling. This is going to save you huge. So like I said before, even if you never used one booking in an entire year, your yearly total fee of $780 would still give you a minimum of $720 of free travel voucher to use in those 3,000 places over an 18 to 24 month period. And again, how I get that is I take the lower amount, the 1,500, and subtract the 780. Okay, but it's a 1,500 to 2,000. So it's really a win-win. I am going to go back here really quick to this slide. So this was like the first day that we launched Tranont Travel, and one of our associates immediately booked this trip to Anaheim, California for Disneyland. She's a big Disney person. She takes her daughter and her grandkids all the time, and you can see the savings. It was an over $230 saving on just that hotel. So far, since we've launched in less than 2 weeks, our vacation vault has grown. It's a Facebook group we have, and I'll mention that at the end. We've grown to almost 6,000 members, and we have booked, there's been hundreds and hundreds of trips booked already, and every single one has saved and beat out these bigger named booking companies. All right, so I don't know if you can really see this, but you're getting, you're traveling for less, get discounts of up to 65%, thousands of stays, including resorts, rental cars, cruises, condos, and villas. All right. And right away, Emily said, we saved $500 on our family trip. The membership paid for itself right away. So I know that slide might be really small there, but it's just kind of saying, the different kinds of savings, 4 nights away, the stay, the public price, and then what the Tranont Travel is and the savings in that blue category. And on the top where it says join and activate, again, you pay the one life fee of $99. You pay the monthly fee of $65 or $75. Now with the $75 for customer, you're getting a $10 rebate as retail bonus as well. And then after that 12 months, regardless if you booked one hotel or you booked 20 hotels, you're going to be getting a vacation voucher at the end of that 12-month period. Okay. So how do you get started? Oh, and by the way, this is not some like Tranont threw this together in the last couple months. We thought this would be fun to add. This is something that has been in the works for I believe about 2 years. The booking partner that Tranont partnered with has been doing this for 37 years. Okay, he knows what he's doing. This was very well thought out of, very well researched, and everyone's saving. So you can feel very comfortable knowing there's no catches here. You're not going to be putting thousands of dollars down and then finding out that this condo or this hotel that is in your list has a blackout date for the time that you wanted to go, okay? Because there are no blackout dates. The one thing I will mention is the busiest time of travel for anyone traveling is that last week of Christmas into New Year into that beginning of January across the board. Now, that is also the most expensive time to travel. But I just saw someone else book yesterday and they saved, my goodness, $500 or something during the most expensive time of the year. But that time, even though there's no blackout date, You may have to be a little flexible, as in if you're someone that always stays at a Hyatt and the Hyatt is not available for the discounted price of that week, you may have to stay at a Hilton across the street or something of that matter. But there's absolutely no blackout dates. So there's a couple ways to get started. If you are already an associate with the company, you purchase your one-time lifetime fee of $99. You're in. You're in for life. The only way that's going to end is if you stop paying your monthly fee. As an associate, you're paying $65 a month, and you immediately have access to these over 850,000 places that you can stay. It's in the back office. It's very, very easy to find. You put in your dates, you put in how many people, boom, it's going to give you the list. If you are not an associate, not a customer with Tranont, you still pay that one-time $99 fee one time. And then you would be charged immediately your first month at $75 as a customer versus the $65. And also, when you are an associate, whether you're doing the business or not, you also create volume, and volume is money. Volume will pay you back. All right. I don't want to get into that and confuse anybody, but I'm just letting you know that there is like an extra savings there too. But say you just want to go the customer route, you would pay the $99 and then your $75 monthly. And that would be charged on the same time every month. Constantly, then you would have access to looking at those bookings. Now, we do have a great deal for people that are not an associate yet, and they want to join in as an associate and get some product with it, because we aren't looking at Tranont Travel as something completely separate. We are Tranont. We are just now offering a community piece to help with the physical, emotional, mental part of health, which is stress reduction, right? Enjoying family, community, connection. So as you can see there, when you join with Tranont, normally as an associate, you can start on one of three bundles: a starter bundle, a builder, and an elite builder. The starter gives you pretty much our most popular products, which is our daily health system. It's won 2 international awards, and our Enrich, which is a 11 digestive plant-based enzyme product with pre and probiotics. That's normally $299. That is going to include your $99 associate fee. Now, to be an associate, okay, there's a $99 fee. Tranont Travel, there's a lifetime $99 fee. But when you start with one of these bundles, that's going to be included in your associate bundle, if that makes sense. So that first bundle is $299. Now, instead of making you pay another $99 on top to also be part of Tranont Travel, again, you don't have to be part of Tranont Travel, but this is what I'm talking about tonight, so I want to explain how this works. Instead of getting charged the $99, you would get charged a one-time fee of $79. All right, so there's a sale. The builder bundle is our middle bundle. That's for somebody who wants to try a few more products, but they're not really ready to jump into the full $999. All right. They're kind of interested in making some money, but they're not all in. All right. The starter bundle is great for somebody who just wants discounted products, because at an associate level, you are getting your products at discount at checkout. All right. So with the builder bundle, then you're getting all of those products listed there, and your one-time Tranont Travel activation fee would be $59. And then over to the elite, the $999 it waives your associate fee for the year, okay? And it's only charging you $39 for a one-time fee to be an associate with Tranont Travel, and then get the $10 cheaper per month, be able to collect volume and have access to all of it. So those are the 3 ways that you can start. I would say that's the easiest way to start. And because, again, we are a health wellness community company, there are people already that are solely interested only in the Tranont Travel, and that's totally fine. But we do encourage people to be healthy from the inside out. And whatever you're struggling with, we're going to have products that can really help and assist with that. But if you were completely like, nope, don't want any product, I just want to be with the Tranont Travel, there's one more way that you can do that. And that is you want to be an associate to get the associate monthly pricing of Tranont, but you don't want product. You would pay. And I don't have if I had a whiteboard here, that would be helpful. But I don't have a small, big one. So, okay, so you would pay no product, but you want to be an associate. You would pay a one-time $99 Tranont Travel fee. You would pay your one time, or I'm sorry, once for the year, $99 associate fee. Okay. And that you could do that, right? Then you would also be paying immediately your $65 for that month. So now we're at $265. But you're not going to be able, you're not going to be really, you'll get volume, but you're not going to be able to get paid at that amount yet. So if you are interested in making money driving a Jeep that you don't have to pay for because they pay you a monthly stipend, it would be in your absolute best benefit to start with one of those bundles. All right. But there is that third option, and we could talk in private if that is something that you're interested in. But you definitely would still be saving with a starter bundle to be an associate with the Tranont Travel. So last thing I want to talk about then is our giveaway alert. So through the rest of the month, anyone who signs up for Tranont Travel from October 1st to October 31st is going to be put into a drawing. So that means any of us that have already been associates, and then we signed up for Tranont Travel, anyone new from October 1st, anyone today, anyone through October 31st that signs up new with Tranont as an associate with Tranont Travel will be put into the drawing to win a free 4-day, 3-night stay at a resort in Mexico. And that winner will be chosen November 3rd. They gave away a Mexico trip at TLA to one of our associates. That was really fun. She cried. It was really, really sweet. And when they do trips, they go all out. You are going to be very well taken care of. You're going to have an amazing time. It's going to be a very, very beautiful place. So that is just kind of a little extra perk we have going on if you do sign up to do the Tranont Travel between now, October 1st, and October 31st. So that is pretty much in a nutshell what we have going on. There are a ton of people that are super, super excited about this. Like I said, I think the biggest thing is that there is that perk at the end of the year to get basically a free vacation if you never booked a hotel in 12 months. Like it's a win-win situation. Absolute win-win situation. So, we have a group on Facebook called the Vacation Vault. Like I said, it's grown to, I think I checked today, it was like 5.6 thousand members. And we just created this right at TLA, like a day or two after. This is for anybody. You do not have to be an associate. You do not have to be a customer yet. But if you want to learn more about Tranont Travel and you want to see literal screenshots of everyone's trips and savings that they have booked just in the last 2 weeks since we've launched this, you can be in there. You can be a little fly on the wall, go scroll around. Will you have access to see all 850,000 places and 3,000 trip voucher places at the end of the year? No, you only have access to actually see those when you are a member. However, if you are working with somebody who's already with Tranont and they have the Tranont Travel and they're a friend of yours, I'm willing to look for people. You know, I had a friend the other day who was with Tranont, but not with the travel program yet. And he wanted to know what places in Sydney, Australia there were for the, not just for booking the 850,000 plus, but what was on the list for the 3,000. So I'm willing to do that. I'm not going to like make that my full-time job. So if you are interested in this, sign up because you're going to be entered in for this trip. And whether you get the trip or not, you're going to be saving. And like I said, up to 65%. But like I said, there were places in New York City that people had got almost at about a 90%. I don't know why New York City. I think DC was another area. So that is my spiel. If you have any more questions, if you want to get started, message me, get in my inbox, drop a comment below. I can reach out to you. This is going to blow up. It's going to blow up fast. It already has. And I'm pretty excited about it. Again, we aren't big travelers, but even my husband said he's really looking forward to actually starting to do stuff as a married couple. You know, our kids are getting a little bit older and he thinks this is just the best time to jump in and be able to save We do occasionally travel for sports. We do travel for a wedding here and there, and we try to go on a summer vacation. The last couple of years, it's just been like somewhere up north. We've always looked for like a VRBO, but now we have this, and now we know we're going to be saving upon saving upon saving. So, all right, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Please share this with anyone that is interested, and have a great rest of your night.